Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am English with me, Afif Ikhwanul Muslimin, and today I'm going to delve into another theory of sociolinguistics. It's about the speaking model by Dell Hymes, Ethnography of Communications. Who is Dell Hymes? Dell Hymes is an American linguist and anthropologist, and he developed the Ethnography of Communications book theory, and he focused on how language is used in real social contexts. He stressed the importance of cultural rules in communications. Why the speaking model is important to be paid attention? Because he understood that language is not just what we say, but how, when, and where and why we say it. He also understands that the communicative competence is not similar only with just grammar knowledge. It includes another competence including social appropriateness. Therefore, the speaking model provides a framework for analyzing the real-world communications. What are the speaking models? So speaking model is actually abbreviation from some words like S for setting and scenes, P for participant, E for ends, A for act sequence, K for key, I for instrumentalities, N for norms, and G for genre. To understand it more detail, so we're going to go to the next slide. Setting and scenes, or S. Setting deals with the physical time and place like classroom, cafe in the afternoon, and so on. So it deals with the psychological setting or cultural definitions, for example, formal, festive, religious, and so on. And then participants. Participant deals with who is speaking, who are the listener, audience, and observer. For example, if there is a kind of classroom activity, teaching and learning process, so the participant of that scenes are the teacher, the students, or if it is in the factory, so it can be boss and employee, or if it is a talks in a garden, so it can be friends. Ends, or E. What is the main purpose of the communication? Some of the communications were conducted because of they would like to inform some information, they would like to give an entertainment, or even they would like to give a persuasion to borrow or to buy something. So like an advertisement in televisions. A stands for act sequence. So it deals with something what is being said, in what sequence are the actions carried out. For example, if it is in a process of buying and selling in the market, so maybe there is a kind of greeting, then asking for goods, then bargaining, then followed by kind of transactions, then parting. Or maybe in the classroom, it can be started by greeting, then delivering questions, and then answering questions, then agreement whether the answer correct or incorrect. And the next one is key. Key refers to the tone or spirits of communications, whether it is serious, humorous, polite, or angry. So it deals with the speaker's attitudes toward the information that the speaker is delivering. So it can be also formal or informal. So it will improve the quality of the information delivered through maybe a verbal communications. And the next one is instrumentalities. It deals with the channel of communications, whether it is spoken, written, nonverbal signs or gestures, or online. So it also deals with the language or dialect choice. So sometimes the channel of communication affect the meaning that is transferred between the speaker and also listener or the audience. And the next one, norms. Norm deals with the culture or maybe the conditions of society. So it deals with the rules of interactions and interpretations, because every culture or every region has their own norms in communications. Some words are maybe taboo, some other words maybe not taboo according to a certain region. So there is a question for these things. It deals with the what is considered polite or impolite in communications. Is interruptions allowed? For example, just like in another area, interruption is fine, but in certain area, interruption shows impoliteness. And the next one deals with the G, or genre. It reflects to something like the kind of speech event. It is about storytelling, debate, announcement, scientific lecture, conversations, Each of the communications type refers to a certain genre, for example, orthodox exposition, procedure, or something else. So it will deliver something differently, or it has a certain pattern in delivering the ideas of communications. For example, if a chef would like to explain on how to cook something, of course, the chef should use uh, the pattern of procedure. If a certain friend would like to tell a past experience, of course, the friend should talk the experience with the recount genre. This is an example of speaking analysis. So, for example, it is about dialogue in the classroom, teaching learning process. So, the setting is the classroom. The participants are teacher and students. So, the end is to share information and foster learning. So, the X sequence is teacher asks, student answer, and the teacher gives feedback. And the key is respectful and formal, and the instrumentality is spoken English, sometimes written on the whiteboard, and the norms raise your hand before speaking. So this is kind of common rule appear in a classroom context. And then the genre is educational discourse. So why the speaking model is important? Because there are some reasons. The first is it helps understand cultural differences in communications. Second, it assists language teachers in teaching pragmatic competence. Third one, it supports researchers in analyzing communications across the culture. So speaking model is important to be understood between both the speaker and also listener. There is a words from Dell Hymes mentioning that language is not only spoken with the tongue, but also with the soul of culture. So understanding only linguistic competence is not enough, but it actually should be completed with another competence like sociolinguistic competence. So that's all my explanations for today about the speaking model by Dell Hymes. So if you like this content, please subscribe and share this video to your friends. Thank you for listening and also enjoying this video. See you in the next video with another interesting discussions.